Hey everybody, welcome back to MP Dano's Garage. Been a few months since I made a video here, and there you go in the background, my 2011 Prius. I've been down for a few months as well. So let's try to get this thing going. Well, here she is. Got a bunch of stuff taken off. I was going to make another video, which I actually took footage, but I was just still having problems. This one has that rattling, and I believe is the head gas, just not 100% sure.
Well, really quick here, I want to butt in here for a second and show you what the actual damaged impeller looked like, which is why it was replaced. It was totally locked up. Anyways, back to your video.
But the water pump was faulty as well, so I did replace that. Put a aftermarket like thermostat, which I probably shouldn't have done. We're just stuck with OEM. So OEM would be the Aisin. You can get those on Amazon. They just like scratch off the Toyota on the actual water pump. And the big issue here is that I try to do that liquid fix, Blue Devil or something like that, and it pretty sure it clogged up the radiator because I tried to drain it from the drain port at the very bottom, and it was like dripping. Like even if you open up the reservoir, it just, yeah, it's clogged. So here's what I'm gonna do today. And I've been kind of not wanting to do this only because I didn't want to. What I've seen on the Gen 3 is people removing that front bumper. But then I started looking at this, and I'll make a video of this. Actually, there really is no like video that I could find. Just more like forum posts and stuff like that. So I'm gonna make a video. This is the Gen 3 Prius. This is 2010, and I got to like looking around. Well, let's look at the parts I'm going to put on here. So this is not an OEM radiator. They're just super expensive. Ended up buying this one, and it's kind of sitting inside of the Prius, just waiting for it to be installed. There's the Aisin Thermostat, and I'm also going to replace the temp sensor as well. And there it is. Also heard that might be an issue too as well. But I got to look at it, seeing if I can do this without removing the front bumper. And everything is like right here underneath this bracket. And this bracket is just held by a bunch of 10s. 10, maybe that's a 12. Same that, 12. And just some other things back here you got to kind of have to remove this bracket. Thinking if I can remove this bracket, I should have enough space because it's literally right there to remove that radiator. So first thing I'm going to do is remove the air intake assembly. Then we have open room here to remove the, also replace the thermostat as well. And I forgot where the temp sensor goes, but I'll figure that out. And then I'll put that on video as well. But let's go ahead and get started with just removing all this stuff here. Well, this first and then this, and then we'll see if we can get this done without removing this front bumper. I just don't want to do it. I know it's probably not that difficult, but I don't want to do it because then you get alignment issues and all that stuff. And then there's some plastic retainers. I don't know, pop those off because it's probably going to be brittle. And yeah, they're probably just going to break. So it is, like I said, taken apart because I was going to do the head gasket, but I also wanted to get all this off because I was cleaning the EGR cooler and EGR. And it's a lot easier because the bolts back there are pretty hard when this whole wiper assembly is all still in there. But it's in the back. I'm put that back, but I don't need it to actually drive for now. It's not raining out here. I'm in Southern California, like it ever rains here. But let's go ahead and get that intake removed and get that bracket off and see where we're at. Yeah, let's start moving some bracket stuff. So that's already, look at that, the radiator's already loose. Okay. Okay, we got a clip here. All right, so we got one, probably this one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to remove this too, the bracket that goes to this converter. Okay, 2 bolts holding this latch for the hood. Or actually, there's 3. Okay, get that out of the way. Like to stick the bolts out here back where that way I have to guess where they go. Okay, what else we got? still on there pretty good. Okay, what else is there? I need a flashlight. I need to see what's going on. It's still being bolted onto something. I need to take off these two clips to kind of pull this front bumper back a little bit. So, just to show kind of a tool I use to pull these plastic holders in. So, that's okay. That's pretty loose. Right now, I just see the horns are connected to that. Yeah, go ahead. That's a latch, but that's connected to here. Oh, yeah. Okay, so there you go. So right down in there, let me get this zoomed in. Right in there, there's a bolt there, and I'm pretty sure there's probably another on the other side. So let's get that bolt off and the one on the other side off. There's one. There's two. Look at that, you guys. That's out. Okay, so just gotta disconnect the horns. Like this. Okay. That's it. Look at that. Okay. we're moving along. Let me get these two bolts back on the bracket. All right, guys, as you can see, let me get you in here. Look at this. Here's your assembly. So we just need to, look at this foam, pretty much disintegrated. So we just need to get all these hoses out, somehow separate it from the condenser and this fan. And I'm pretty sure, well, besides disconnecting all the hoses for the radiator and then whatever sensors are. Hey, look at that. This is a lot of room. Okay, let's continue. Okay, I'm just removing all this hose from the clips, and this hose connects here in the front. All right, screwdriver. Okay. There's that hose. It's no longer connected. Got the bottom one. Got this wire loom to this connector for the fans. Okay. Two connectors, one here, one down here. Just gotta figure out how to disconnect this. That's one. Get the other one. There's the other one. Okay, so this has got a clip on the loom. Gotta pull out. There it goes. So that's disconnected. All right. Okay, we got a hose here. Trying to see. So this plastic cover, if it just clips onto this, I just want to separate from the actual condenser. I'm not disconnecting that condenser. I'm not going to go through that recharging of my AC. Oh, right here. There's a cover here. Here. Oh, wait a minute. There's a screw here. Screw here. Okay. Get your eyes in here. It was covered with dirt. Remember that screw, but a couple 10 bolts, 10mm bolts. So right there. Here. So there's one on each side. You can see all the dirt right there. So that might remove this top cover. Let's see. One, two, both tins. Look at that. Okay. So this just clips on here. Yes. Look at that. Okay. Oh. Right off. Perfect. So these go on top of the condenser, these two bolts. Put them back. Condenser, wait a minute. No. Is this the radiator? Oh, the radiator. Okay, we'll put it back. And then we'll transfer to the new one. Alright. What else is holding this? Okay, let's start removing the two lower radiator hoses. Of course, clamps are on the bottom. Okay, I'll have to lift the front end up because I got to get that plate off. I don't know. Let's see if I can do it without it. So what I'm trying to figure out is this the fan assembly. If it could just pull out, this pulls out this side, pulls out this side, but in the center, there's something holding it. Could be just this clip. I'll get a long screwdriver, take that clip off. So here, let me show you what I'm looking at. Oops. Yeah, it might not focus. Yeah, there you go. That clip right there. So that's kind of holding the whole fan assembly in there right now. Let's see if I just like scoot it back, then that'll release it. And I might be able to get to the hoses and all that stuff without removing the bottom cover. Look at all this dirt. Looks like that worked. Oh yeah, it's loose now. Okay, I'm going to remove the hose that goes to the thermostat. Since I can't get to that lower one. Okay, let's do that. Okay. And the other hose is right here. Alright, this hose on the front, it goes to the condenser, is in the way. Sort of. Not really. We should be able to get past that. What else is holding it? There, look at that. Okay, I can get this to the clamp on this side for this hose. That's out. All right, guys, as you can see, you can take this out without taking off the front cover or the bottom cover. I'm going to clean all this out, but here you go. Fully disconnected. There's that hose. I mean, it's kind of hard to kind of get you into what I'm disconnecting, but that's just the driver's side, the large hose. And the passenger side just hooks up to the large hose, hooks up to the thermostat. And there's a AC condenser still hooked up. And this is a cooler. I'm not sure. Maybe an oil cooler. I'm not sure. So yeah, I had to disconnect it right here. It's just coolant. So yeah, it was just like pushing it back a little bit. That little clip down there. That was it. So here it is. Now it's just transferring this the fan assembly to the new radiator. Obviously the hose. Put it back kind of like the way it is here, because that's how it came out. And then just slip it back in. But we'll get to work on doing that one. Okay, got it on the bench here. And there are two more 10mm bolts. Right there and there. That's holding the fan assembly, shroud assembly to the radiator. So we'll go ahead and do our switching right now. Take it off. This thing. Just one of those things. Let's check up the launcher. This wasn't here before. Just like everything on the drain going on. And not a drain on top. There's actually a cover here. So there it is. Get all this. Then we'll just stick the other radiator in the same spot. I just want to blow all this stuff out. Just going to put a dot of Loctite. I just don't want this backing out. There she is. Okay. Take these off. So these little clamps and the covers just came with the radiator. I'm going to reuse the OEM clamps. Okay, this is ready to go back in. All right, guys. So before I put the radiator back in, I'm gonna replace that thermostat while I got all this space here, and also the temp sensor. It's a brand new OEM, and it's located to the left side or driver's side. You can kind of see it. Let's see if I get a good picture. It's kind of way in there. I already disconnected the plug, which is kind of a pain. Let me see if I can show the actual connector. Because there's no room in the harness, I can't. I'm gonna see if I can twist it around a little bit there. Okay, so there it is, which is actually facing the firewall, which is, I can't focus on that guy. That's the best I can. Yeah. Of course, it's not focusing. Anyways, so that's it right there, and you get the push right there, and that releases the clip. Can't really get my hand in there and show you others. My hand is really just going to block it. But there's the sensor back there, and then the connector. So get the appropriate socket size, pull that out, put the new one in, and I'm not sure if there's a copper washer on it. I might just reuse the OEM one, and should be good to go. But let's go ahead and get that out. All right, so what you're going to need is a 19 millimeter. Hopefully you can see that. Anyways, it's a 19 millimeter deep socket, and it actually uses breaker bar to kind of go in there, and I guess I can't find my like short extension to use my ratchet, but this seemed to work. There it is. And look at all the crap that liquid seal did. Okay, yeah, there is a copper washer right there. So we'll reuse that. All right, there it is. Reuse the copper washer. Stick this back in there. I hate that it's full of that shit. can see if I can run a hose and see if I can flush that out a little bit. All right, let's get this sensor back in there. There she goes. Back in. It's a little dielectric grease. And then I'll plug it back in. Let's click. Nice thing, when it tightened up, it actually, now it's on the top as far as the lever to push that thing back in, so that's good. Good to go. Next, remove the thermostat. So it has these 10mm nuts, and I believe there's a third one back in there, but I think that's an actual bolt. Let's see what happens. Let's get some light here. Of course. Oh my god. Oh, my back. Hey. Yeah, you can sit right there. Thank you. Ouch. Oh. All right, the third bolt on the thermostat is third fastener is a bolt, which is in the back side, and the other two are nuts. Okay, I'm gonna get loosen this clamp. All right, there's the small hose off. So install will be the reverse. Should probably run more water through there. All right, new OEM thermostat going on. I'm going to go ahead and connect this small hose first, and then we'll just slide it on there. I did put a little bit of silicone grease. I do that on all my seals. It just causes it to become seals and more pliable. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and tape this bolt onto the socket while I thread it in there, because it's going to fall out. So basically just working blind here because I have no idea where the hole is. It's way back there. Oh my god, the bolt fell. Fuck. Shit. That's not good. Okay. Okay, I was able to fish out that bolt using my magnet. Yeah, right here. And I kind of did it off camera. I just put the bolt back and taped it onto that socket and then fished it back through. It's just really, really tight in there, so hard to show it on camera, but well, if you ever do this job, you'll see it. So the bolt is tight, and I just got to get all the nuts going. All right, here she is. Thermostat's on. Temp sensor, new temp sensor's on. Now it's just to drop the whole radiator assembly back in. So got to put the oil dipstick. All right, guys, got the radiator all in, all the hoses, connectors, and everything. The air box is back. Well, the air filter box is back in. There's an air box that goes here, but that's not going to affect how it runs because the actual MAF is over here. I wanted to keep it open so I can kind of monitor and see what's going on. If anything's leaking down here, where the thermostat is, and coolant reservoir topped off, nothing leaking underneath. All the connections, hard to see with all these covers on, but underneath the car there's no leaking. So next thing is to run it, drive it, and I believe the blue driver has a way to do live data monitoring, mainly for the thermostat. I want to make sure that it actually opens up and it doesn't get over. I don't know. I think thermostat's like a 190, could be 180. I think it's 190, and what I'm looking for is not for it to get over 200 as far as temperature, because before it was getting to like 220 and even higher. I have a feeling because that was the blockage from that that sealer crap on the radiator, and big test. So radiator, new water temperature sensor, and new thermostat. And actually, that water pump's new. It's probably like 3 or 4 months old. It was the last time I worked on this car. And here's the parts I used. So that's the sensor, and I'm actually going to put that in the description below and links. This is the OEM thermostat, and this is actually the radiator I got off of, I can't remember if it was Amazon or eBay or whatever. It's probably some Chinese variant, but this is what I used. Yeah, it's not leaking, so brand new, so I have no doubt that the core is going to be okay. Yeah, well, at least better than the other one because it's clogged up. Okay, next to start it up and test it out. Cross my fingers.
All right, guys. So here you go. This is my blue driver, and it's all hooked up to my my Prius using the OBD blue driver. And this is the app that you're seeing here. So you can see right now it's 75 degrees, and I'm pretty much at 171. So basically, this whole portion with my blue driver screenshot recording, not really a screenshot, I was just going to show while I'm driving, and you'll see that I really never get over, I believe it was like 196, and the thermostat opens up around 190. So we're doing really well. And actually today, this is actually was done yesterday, and today I actually drove it to work, to and fro, which is like 25 miles each way, freeway, 75, 80 sometimes, and never overheated. Actually, the temperature stayed really well, and I believe that some of the temperatures got up to like 80, something like that, a little over 80 degrees as far as outside temperature. So anyways, you can continue to watch this. I'll just throw in a little bit of music, but you can see I was just monitoring it just to make sure that all the temperatures were good, wasn't overheating, and I wasn't getting 220 or whatever, 230, and then it little just starts to boil over. At least that's what it used to do. So enjoy. This clips I've actually put it to 400%, so it's actually 4 times the speed. So it's not just like flying up in temperatures and stuff like that. It's actually sped up, just so we're not looking at the real time, which is actually quite long. Anyways, enjoy, and I'll see you at the very end on the results.
Well, there she is, guys. Exactly where I filled it up. Same with the coolant reservoir. I actually filled it up a little bit high, but it's exactly the same. This thing's running perfectly now. So, guys, there you have it. My 2010 Prius is back on the road again. So, just to recap what we did today, we replaced the radiator with a brand new one, non-OEM, Chinese version, whatever, but it works. And an OEM coolant temperature sender and a thermostat, and that did it. So, hey, if this also we proved that we didn't have to remove the bumper to change the radiator. Just had to remove what's here. There's a bracket down here, and then disconnect from here, lift it out, and there it is. So there you go. Gen 3 2010 replaced the radiator without removing the bumper, and it actually wasn't that difficult. And I kept putting it off because I kept thinking that, well, it's going to be a chore. But anyways, so if this helped you out, hopefully it did. Please like, share, actually put a comment down, and subscribe if you're not subscribed. But until the next one, we'll see you later, and have a great day. Out.